Track and field is often a sport known for being somewhat uneventful, usually showcasing a high amount of sportsmanship and sophistication. We see it time and time again where anything out of the ordinary or exciting gets frowned upon by the more traditional fans of the sport. However, throughout history, there has been some intense rivalries and very exciting and eventful races. In this video, we'll be looking at the 3 most iconic moments in track and field ever, of course, in our opinion. Number 3. Honestly, Usain Bolt's iconic moments could take hours to cover, there's been that many. But one that stands out, which may be unknown to a lot of you viewers, it's not a world record, it's not an Olympic title, it is in fact his 100-metre win at the 2013 World Championships. But it actually isn't the race that makes this an iconic moment, it's what happened before and after. The 2013 World Championships was the World Championships following 2011, where Usain Bolt false started in the final being disqualified. So 2013 was the first time in 4 years where Bolt could race for the 100-metre world champion title. Like most of Bolt's races in that era, he won easily in a time of 9.77 seconds ahead of Justin Gatlin. It was a stormy night in Moscow during the race, which is the reason why this was such an iconic race, because what actually took headlines was this picture. Usain Lightning Bolt, as he was often called, and he certainly lived up to his name on this occasion. Number 2. The most recent iconic moment on the list is by Faith Kipyegon. The 1500-metre GOAT had just set the 1500-metre world record after years of attacking it, which was a moment that cemented her as the greatest female 1500-metre athlete of all time. After the race, she mentioned how she wants to race more 5,000-metre races. Most fans of the sport would assume that Faith would be a real threat over the 5,000 metres, but as a more traditional 800 and 1500-metre runner, maybe she wouldn't be able to compete with current world record holder Gidey. Unexpectedly, during the closing stages of the race, Faith was tucked in right behind Gidey, and in the final lap, Faith Kipyegon unleashed a phenomenal kick closing in 58 seconds and doing something most people would have never imagined. 1 week after breaking the 1500-metre world record, Faith had broken the 5,000-metre world record, giving this reaction. Making this moment so iconic was the fact that she broke a world record 7 days earlier and was the second person of 3 to break a world record on the same day at the Paris Diamond League, which is unprecedented in itself. Even more remarkable, Faith Kipyegon has done all of this after having a child in 2018. Number 1. It's not often that we see a 17-year-old top a podium like we saw at the European Championships in 2018 with Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Now, it might seem like we always talk about Jakob Ingebrigtsen on this channel, but when he's so accomplished, it's really hard to avoid it. It's even less likely that we see someone get a double gold with Jakob's 1500 metres and 5,000 metre wins. What's even less likely is 2 brothers getting first and second in the same race at a championships. That's exactly what we saw in the men's European 5,000 metre championships, and Jakob and Henrik Ingebrigtsen dominating the field to take gold and silver. It was the first step of Jakob on his way to greatness at a senior level, made even better that he got to share the podium with his brother, training partner and idol in Henrik. Before he was a world record holder and Olympic champion, Jakob once wanted to just be as good as his brothers, both who are European 1500 metre champions in their own right. So this is what made this moment so iconic. Jakob, still a child, had surpassed his 2 older brothers by becoming double European champion, and it was almost a passing of the torch for him to continue his family's success. The most popular scene from this is when Jakob attempts to high-five his brother Henrik, who his older brother, in true Henrik fashion, harshly dismisses his younger brother's antics. All of the world records and all of the crazy performances, this is a moment that we may never witness something like again.